charges that have been laid by WorkSafe against the Whangārei Boys High School Board of Trustees for their health and safety failures related to the death of a student a year ago, where a 15-year-old and his classmates were taken into a series of caves during very poor weather conditions that had been predicted and reported by local weather authorities, but despite the severe weather warnings, the event took place and subsequently led to the death of one of the students. So the Board of Trustees has been charged by WorkSafe NZ under Section 36, Clause 2, 36 1A, 48 and 2 of the Health and Safety at Work Act. So this is all to do with the PCBUs. So not being charged as an officer, but as representatives of the PCBU. It's all a bit of an interesting one, and the main reason being is that it's a board of trustees, largely board members in schools and school environments. It's a voluntary position, and as such, the Act took into consideration that, which meant that school boards, in most instances, would never face the charge of or have the duty holder of officer. So the charges are filed against the entity of the Board of Trustees, not individual members of the board. This is going to be really interesting to watch this as it unfolds in the courts. Obviously, a really bloody awful case, an awful event, just like the Ports of Auckland case as well. But I guess, what am I thinking here? The most pressing point for anyone involved in schools, anyone who is part of a school board or has partners or relations within the school board framework, I would be suggesting they look very closely at their current hazard and risk management frameworks. How are they identifying the types of risks that their students and their kids are being put into, and the types of controls, the emergency processes, the escalation processes, the way in which events and activities are planned. I suspect in most instances they've probably got quite thorough and robust processes. This is just a really good opportunity to really look and reflect upon those, and certainly leaning on the expertise and guidance of adventure tour professionals, and also health and safety professionals in general. It just kind of puts a big underscore in terms of the importance of good quality risk management practices and the importance of them. So the charge has been laid in terms of trials, dates and sequences. We're still yet to see that come to pass, but yeah, again, a very important case to be aware of and to be monitoring closely.